Hey, do you know anything about Bigfoot around here?
Well, my grandpa told me that he saw him one time.
Where at?
Well, he was hunting back there. And he said that Bigfoot just walked up and he was dark brown.
Did he find any hair or anything?
Well, he was really hairy and he just looked like a big monkey. That's what my grandpa said.
Okay, thanks.
What is that? I don't know. I think it might be Bigfoot hair or something. Looks like it. Get Kelly to make one better when she gets here.
We did some research on Bigfoot, and these are some of the facts that we found. Bigfoot sightings have been going on for nearly 400 years, and they relate back to Native American and tribal type sightings. And Bigfoot footprints, just the footprints, have been found over 70 years back. As long as people have been spotting Bigfoot animals, just as many or more have been faking evidence. A lot of people like to fake evidence for some reason, and people think it's just to draw attention to themselves. And no one has yet produced a smoking gun or a good reason of why Bigfoot, or that proves Bigfoot exists, is what actually I'm trying to say. And the origin of Bigfoot has been bantered about by researchers for years, as there are various theories to how Bigfoot came about and originated. Some believe it's a close relative to humans, while others believe Bigfoot originated from a long extinct giant ape.
We also found some stats on Bigfoot, such as his height is 6'6" to 10 feet tall, and his weight is 400 pounds to 1,000 pounds. His footprint in length is 12 inches to 22 inches, and in width it's 5 inches to 11 inches. His hands are 6 to 8.5 inches with palm width. He has stubby fingers. His hair is dark brown, reddish, and unkept, like messy, and it's matted a lot. His skin is black, brown, and tan. Some of his facial features are he is flat and a black nose, and he has thin human-like lips, and his eyes are brown or red.
Okay, so we found a timeline of the history of Bigfoot, which dated all the way back to 1765. Bigfoot has been reported and documented for hundreds of years. Brown isn't the only documented fur color. There have been reports of black, gray, white, and even greenish blue. Bigfoot can run up to 30 miles an hour. It was recorded in India by Royal Cruden in a four-wheeler incident. Bigfoot can jump the full length of their bodies. That was recorded in Asia Pacific by Chung Lee Funky, noting the beast leaped an 8 to 10 foot river in one bound. In 1765, England was attacked by 3 giants covered in animal fur. The documentation was lost 50 years ago when it was brought to America. In 1965, Bigfoot was officially put on the endangered species list in Russia. In 1967, Germany and France followed suit. In 1897, bananas, nuts, and berries were fed to a captured Bigfoot in Brazil. The Bigfoot ate all the food except the bananas, then escaped. Bigfoots are immune to pepper spray and have been known to not being able to sneeze. April 3rd, 1985, a small boy in Oregon was born and put on display due to be completely covered in hair. 1919, Fred Gencat attacked and killed in Maine. Attacker unknown, but blamed on an 8-foot male individual with disfigured face, ape-like, non-English speaking. The male individual did not stop grunting until Fred's skull was shattered. Then he retreated into the woods. In 1940, flags were raised in Arizona when a deer was brutally killed by a group of Mexican men. Translators say that the men were sacrificing the deer for a giant mono, which is an ape. They had seen while crossing the border. They said that the animal had been following them for over 10 miles. In 2010, outside of Boise, Idaho, new artifacts were found in multiple caves portraying a giant bear constantly walking on its hind legs like a man. In June of 2000, bones found in Klamath, Oregon, the human remains would be that of the tallest man in the world. Laid out, the individual stood 9'6". The femur bone measured 4'1". Okay, so today we're going to be interviewing Jake, Bo, and Ryan Bo, who have seen a, if you will, Bigfoot, and they're going to tell us about their experience and everything they saw and all that happened that crazy night. So Jake, you can go first.
Alright. Well, it was December 2nd, 1987. That's back when I had 2 kids and a wife. I didn't really like her, though. She's kind of crazy. But, so I figured I'd go hunting with my boy Ryan. We was going to go deer hunting. We was going to get some meat in the freezer so I could feed my kids because I was broke. So, we had done come back to the camp. And we was going to start us a fire and eat us some marshmallows. And Ryan went to get the marshmallows because I done forgot them back at the house. And so I was sitting here looking through the flames, and I heard some rustling in the leaves, and I thought I was going to shoot me a deer. He was right over by that tree, yep, right there. And I was going to spotlight him. I was going to spotlight that deer. And right when I shined my spotlight out, I saw something moving at the treetops. I thought, darn, that's got to be a monkey. But we don't have too many monkeys here in Louisiana. So I got to looking, he just froze. He must have been 7 foot tall, and that's when I realized it was a darn Bigfoot. He was looking the other way, so I put a Texas heart shot on him. He fell right out that tree. And so I got my boat. I was going to prove to my wife that I'd done shot one because she kept saying I was crazy. And so I got my boat right down that hill right there, and I was, rowing across. We didn't have enough money for a motor or nothing like that. And I got on the other side, and there he was, laying on the ground. He wasn't breathing, nothing. I went to poke him with my gun. The last thing I remember is that Bigfoot stood up and karate chopped me right in the throat. I was out, and the next thing I remember is me waking up in the fort right here the next morning with some roasted marshmallows.
Well, my side of the story is a little different. So, I was going to get the marshmallows, and I was about, say, 100, 200 feet away from the fort at the time, and I saw someone on the other side of on that there lake, and I looked over, and I looked in the fort, and I was thinking, I was like, hey, where could Jake be? And so I got my light, okay, and I looked over there, and I saw Jake poking something with a stick, okay?
It was my gun, dummy. It was my gun.
You know what? Whatever it was, gun, stick. Anyways,
he's a city beau. He ain't ever hunted before.
Anyways, so I saw a big figure stand up. I was like, well, that's not Jake. And so, I saw the boat on the other side of
I was
the water.
only about 4 foot at the time, so
I saw a boat on the other side there. So I was gonna go across and check to see what was going on, and I got to the other side, and the big figure was still there, just looking at Jake. And I showed up, and I mean, that thing just took off, and I tried to chase it, but it was fast. It ran right over that little hill right there. It ran right over that hill.
Right over the levee, and then it went and robbed the Dixie Mart. Robbed the Dixie Mart.
Yeah, it was.
What kind of Bigfoot does that?
It was ridiculous. So I mean, you know what? So I couldn't catch him. I tried to shoot him, but I only had a bullet left, and I missed because I was getting marshmallows at the time. So whenever I brought him back, and I roasted the marshmallows, but I laid Jake down, put a blanket on him, but still to this day, we have not seen anything of that Bigfoot since.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Darn ghost.
Thank you.
So you're telling me Bigfoot robbed the Dixie Mart?
Yeah, they got him on camera, and they also got old City Bo Ryan right here on camera running through the Dixie Mart gas station.
Yeah, I mean, they thought I robbed it at first.
Well, he shot a car, and the darn car blew up the Dixie Mart. That's why they don't serve gas at the Dixie Mart no more. But that's about all I got to say today, unless y'all want to pay me.
Yeah, well, something I could throw out here is Jake has gone mentally insane since the incident.
Yeah, my kids and my wife left me.
He got hit in the head. He had amnesia.
It was actually the throat karate chop right to the carotid artery.
Alright, we're done.
This is the end of our Bigfoot documentary. I hope you've enjoyed it and learned something new.